Hey, I'm Pete Gluszek.
And I'm Mike Iaconelli.
And this is Bass University TV. And we're going to talk a little bit about something that is really a wave that's coming across the country, been for the last few years, and it's really getting hot, is talking about a swim jig.
Yeah.
You know, something that, in the grass, we use a lot of different baits. We use frogs, spinner baits, we flip jigs, but swimming a jig is becoming a great way to trigger strikes, great way to trigger strikes under heavily pressured grass beds.
Yeah.
It's a terrific way to get big fish as well. But the swim jig, and you can fish it fast, you can fish it slow. There's several different retrieves I guess we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of different color combinations. But what's your experience with the swim jig?
Yeah, I think the big thing is, when people traditionally think about jig fishing, they think about a jig that you fish slow and low. You get a jig, you flip it out there, you let it sink to the bottom, and you work it back slow on the bottom. But swim jig's not that at all. You're targeting a totally different kind of bite. This is a deal for fish that are suspended, for fish that are feeding up, that are higher up in the water column. And really, to me, the essence of a swim jig is it's almost like finesse spinnerbaiting or finesse cranking.
Right.
It's a subtle version of something coming horizontal through the water column. And the big thing on swim jig to me is it really does trigger strikes. It triggers a reaction strike, and that's important.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And jigs are notorious for catching big fish.
Yep.
So let's talk about some of the types of places that you can be successful with a swim jig.
The trailer in a swim jig is really part of the essence of the bait. It's what gives a little bit of movement to that bait. Again, it's not a lot, but it's something subtle. So by changing your trailers on a swim jig, you could really change the action of the bait. So there's kind of three categories of trailers that we're going to use on this thing. The first one is a trailer that's neutral action, and when I say neutral, it's not that it doesn't have action, but it's very neutral. And that's something like a chunk,
right.
A plastic chunk, something with a straight tail to it. Then in the middle category, something with a moderate action, when those fish get a little more aggressive, something with a moderate action, a little paddle tail, a single tail grub. And then on the far end of that spectrum, it's putting something big on the back of that thing, putting something big and noisy, putting a swim bait on the back of that thing, putting a lizard, that has a lot of appendages, something with a lot of flap. So by changing the trailer, you can really dial in to the mood of the fish.
No doubt, and that's, and they love to bite all those different types of things, depending on whether you're in a finesse or a power mode, you're gonna adjust your trailer to match this type of application. But one of the things that is important to talk about when we're talking about this, how do we retrieve a swim jig?
Yeah.
There are so many different techniques out there, from burning it to slow rolling it, like through suspended fish.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Pete Gluszek.
And I'm Mike Iaconelli.
And this is Bass University TV.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluszek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests.
Everywhere I go in the country, I'm trying to use these techniques because I catch big fish that way.
From on the water to in the classroom,
We want to use that bait to help make that area even smaller and really, really find that sweet spot.
you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills.
You want something that's got a nice limber action, that's going to allow you to build pressure and keep those hooks pinned against that fish's mouth.
Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time.
Hold on, because you're going to catch some big fish.
Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best.
That's a key theory in all of fishing.
Subscribe to Bass University TV today.
Man, does it trigger a lot of strikes.
Here's the part that you're not going to hear anywhere else. This is the Bass University TV exclusive.